I had to leave the house for a while this morning and I still need to put my makeup on, so I thought it would be kind of fun to just do a get ready with me in the car. Good morning and happy Vlogmas. I don't even know what day this is going to be because I'm just filming videos, editing them, and getting them up when I can. You might be asking, why did you have to leave your house for a while this morning? Well, my daughter has a voice lesson. Normally she does them during the week when I'm at work and it's not a big deal, but she really likes to be alone in the house when she's doing that. Doesn't feel like she's being watched or listened to, or doesn't have to worry about background noise and that kind of stuff. So my husband's out doing chores and I just decided to grab my makeup bag and come and find a spot to park. And I thought it would be fun to do a get ready with me in the car. Sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes the car's moving, but don't do it when you're driving. You can only do it when you're parked or if you're a passenger. So I threw a bunch of makeup in my travel makeup bag and I'm just going to pull it out and see what things need to change when you're doing your makeup in the car versus doing it at home. One thing I did think to grab, and that was a package of wipes. These happen to be baby wipes, but if you have makeup wipes, because you're probably going to get your hands messy. Normally at home, I put my foundation on a little ceramic soap dish, but here I'm going to have to use my hands. I didn't grab a full face primer, but I did grab my Wet n Wild Hydra Depuffer that I put under my eyes. Guys, I love this stuff. And e.l.f. makes one that's similar, but it's not the same. It doesn't have the same ingredients. This one has caffeine, vitamin E, I'm looking at the French side, sorry, caffeine, vitamin E, green tea oil, and hyaluronic acid. And I just love the way this hydrates under my eyes and makes them feel so smooth. The concealer sets down so well. I just kind of tap, tap, tap a little bit until it feels dry. And then it's probably a good idea to let it sink in just a little bit. One thing I don't have is something to hold my hair back, so I'm going to have to be careful there. And the other thing I don't have is a damp sponge. I just grabbed my dry one and threw it in. Didn't even wash it. It's still dirty from yesterday. I do wash this every day right before I do my makeup because I use a damp sponge. And so if it's getting wet, I might as well just quickly wash it. But it does have a clean side and a clean bottom. So I'm going to use a brush to put on my foundation. Normally I use a damp sponge, and I'm just going to use this to give it a final blend. So, all right, let's get started. The thing about not having my makeup table is I can't spread everything out. So I'm going to set a few things up on the dashboard here just to make it easier to get to so I don't have to keep reaching in this bag and making a lot of noise. So give me a second. I'll be right back. Obviously, if you're a passenger in the car, laying things out probably isn't going to work as well because they're going to slide everywhere. So you might have to keep them in your bag and just dig around, but you won't be having to worry about making a bunch of noise on your microphone. All right, before I left home, I did put my City Lips Clear Lip Plumping Gloss on to hydrate my lips. I like to do that before I put my makeup on. They were feeling really dry. We are in dry season. We have a regular furnace, but we do have a wood stove, which is pretty dry heat. I need to get a pot of water or something on there to get some humidity into the house. My hands are dry, my lips are dry. So anyway, did that first. I brought the e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation to use. I really like this. You can see how much is already gone out of here. I haven't had it very long because it hasn't been out all that long, but I did get it the day it launched. I am actually going to put this on the palm of my hand. I kind of have found that soaks into my skin less on the palm, and it's easier to kind of get it worked into a brush if it's on the palm without losing a lot of it into the dry skin of the back of my hand. So I'm going to do this, and hopefully the lighting is good enough for both of us. I'm actually going to... Whoa! No, I can't do that because you'll see it. All right. I have changed the location of my microphone. Hopefully that won't be an issue because it wasn't wanting to stay where I had it. I'm not used to putting makeup on at this distance, and I apologize that I'm not looking at you in the lens. I will be looking at myself because that's what I'm using for a mirror right now. I might be able to look up. Oh, I can actually look up in the rearview mirror a little bit. And I have a palette that has a mirror. Since I don't have something to hold my hair back with, I'm just going to do this for now. But right now, both of my hands are busy with putting on this foundation. One with a brush and one with it in the palm of my hand. So therefore, the phone gets to be my mirror. I am really enjoying doing Vlogmas, you guys. I didn't know if I would. I didn't know if I'd be able to keep it up, the schedule of filming and posting daily. But I actually so far haven't done too bad. And I think it's because I am on a deadline. And so I can't go for perfection. I just have to do it, edit it, and get it up. Now I have extra foundation on my hand, but I'm going to leave it there for a second while I check my face and blend in an actual mirror that I can see what this really looks like. I wish I knew. Do you guys see these red dots right there? I wish I knew what was going on. I have this kind of scaly rash on my eyes. I've had it once before, and it went away, and now it's back, and I don't know why. And I'm almost wondering if it's the retinol serum that I've been using. I'm using City Beauty's Night Renewing Retinol. I think it's like a dual serum. It has two sides of it, and one is a serum and the other is the retinol. And I'm wondering if it's too strong. I don't put it on my eyes, but I think when I put my moisturizer on afterwards and put that everywhere, it may migrate to my eyes. So I'm going to stop using that for about a week and see if this clears up, because it's really annoying to have flaky red patches on your eyelids. I'm going to put just a little bit more of this on my cheeks, build it up just a tiny little bit. And as I use things, I'll dump them back in the bag, and then cleanup will be easy when I'm done. Anyway, I hope you guys are also enjoying Vlogmas. Okay, now I need to get a wipe out. And now my hand is clean. If you have been watching Vlogmas and you've seen all 6 Vlogmas episodes so far, then drop me a Christmas tree down in the comments so I can say thank you. Alrighty, I brought my Milani Conceal and Perfect Longwear Concealer in the shade Nude Ivory. Oh, I forgot to tell you the shade on this one is 20 Light Cool. This is a really good match for me. It was a really hard decision to make, but I'm very happy with what I ended up with. And so this one is actually a fairly recent purchase. I haven't had this very long, so I don't have like a full what I feel about it. I do know that I don't want to use very much. Might be just a little bit light, but by the time I get it blended out, it'll be fine. And for this one, just using my fingers, because I did not bring a concealer brush. I'm going to use my fingers to start, and I'm actually going to take it over my eyelid a little bit, because I also did not bring an eyeshadow primer. And then I'm going to blend it with my sponge as well. Now this one, I normally do blend my concealer with a dry sponge because I feel like it removes less of the product than doing it with a wet sponge does. So having my dry sponge is no problem at all. I always find that I need to like pull and open these wrinkles right here. There's a couple that are like commas that get in there, and if I don't open it, then product will settle in there, gather in there and settle. But if I open it up and dab out the excess, no problem. Since I've been using this, I have much less creasing and gathering of concealer in my under eyes, and it seems to last longer through the day. So alrighty then, that is the concealer, and I think the complexion looks pretty good. I am wearing all powder products, so I'm going to go ahead and set my face with the Essence 16-hour cover and last powder foundation. This one is in 05 Classic Vanilla. The normal shade that I was using, I think, was 02 Champagne or 03 Champagne. I'm not sure. And I find it interesting that, I think it was 02, that an 02 and an 05 both work on my complexion. So the shade range on this one isn't really all that great, but it is a powder that I can use both under my eyes and on my entire face. Works great as a setting powder. And if I use it with a puff as a powder foundation, it gives amazing coverage and it does actually last all day long. So you can get a little extra coverage. I need an extra hand. Does anybody have an extra hand they can loan me? Okay, we're going to see if I can make this happen because I need to see my mirror. This is, okay, there we go. I think I can make that happen. This is harder than I thought it would be. All right. I'm glad I'm not a passenger in a moving vehicle, but that might be a fun one to try sometime too. Okay. So this is just going everywhere under the eyes. Because I do have oily combo skin, I do need a setting powder to keep my makeup in place all day long. Then I did bring a bronzer. I haven't been wearing bronzer a lot. Oh, my bronzer has a mirror, so I don't have to do the whole balancing act thing. Cool. And, whoa, things are rolling everywhere. However, I did not bring a blush brush, so I might have to have the bronzer brush do double duty. How are you doing for Christmas shopping? I have not even started yet. My daughter's birthday is the 5th of December, my youngest, and we also have a birthday on the 20th of November. And I always feel like I have to get through those birthdays before I can think about Christmas, because what they get for their birthday kind of affects what I get them for Christmas, and I can only think of one thing at a time. Oh, you guys, there are 2 eagles circling above the field in front of me. So cool. I'd turn the camera around and show you, but they're up so high that you wouldn't be able to see anything. But very cool. We get eagles around here a lot, and I just love them. I think they're beautiful. Okay, so the blush that was the Laura Geller Beach Matte Baked Hydrating Bronzer in Siesta Medium. It is in my Out the Door in 24 project that I'll be updating here for the final time in a couple weeks. So anyway, yeah, I haven't done any Christmas shopping. I still need a mirror. This is a little bit chaotic, but I think it's fun. And, but I do intend to start Christmas shopping this week. The other thing I haven't done yet is put up my Christmas tree. And I think I might do that. Well, I was thinking I was going to do it tomorrow, but we're actually going to be gone all day because my daughter has a dance competition. And so we're going to that. So yeah, that'll probably happen this week too. And you'll probably see it when it happens. So there we go. Okay, I think that looks good. And then we're going to use my new Sigma brushes that I got on Black Friday deal. If you haven't seen that video, I'll put it in the cards because I saved $100 on this brush set. And I think that's a pretty good deal. All right, so this is the Milani Soft and Sultry. It's a mess and it's getting a little old, but I still like it and I'm still going to use it. I'm going to take this ivory shade right here with the Sigma E40 tapered blending brush and just brush that above the crease to my eyebrow. Oh, I just realized I did not bring an eyebrow pencil, so I'm probably going to use one of these shades here or here, one of these matte shades. When you're not in your usual location or you're traveling and you forget something, you have to make do, and sometimes eyeshadow for eyebrows works just great. I know my friend Andy over at Andy Does Stuff, hi Andy, uses eyeshadows for her eyebrows all the time. So that's what we're going to do today. The tricky part is I didn't bring an angled liner brush either, but we'll make it work. Okay, that one is done. Okay, I apparently did not get the camera restarted. I had to delete some things off my phone because the memory card was full. what I did was I took the E25 blending brush and I went into this transition shade here, and it's not a complete loss because I want to actually add a little more color to it. And I tapped that into the crease and the transition area like that, and just applied the color with this brush, and then took the E45 Max small blending brush clean and used that to blend the shadow. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye, just building up a little bit. It's always easier to add slowly and build than it is to take away if you add too much right at the start. So I always prefer to go in lighter than I think I'm going to want it and add more if I need it. And now I'm going to take this E45 small tapered blending brush, and I'm going to go into this deeper brown down here. So far I'm using all matte shades, and I'm going to just kind of swirl it in there, give it a little tap, and I want to go in more precisely in the crease. Actually, a little bit more, and on the outer V area to just give a little bit of a gradient and some depth. Actually, pull it out just a little bit, but not letting it drop down below that lash line. And then just drag what's left on the brush under the lash line to connect the top to the bottom. And same thing on the other side. Just putting that right into the crease and then pulling up into a V, sideways V shape to meet it, and then under the outer corner. So we're really going for a minimal look today. I think if you're doing car makeup, it's probably a good idea not to get too crazy unless you've done car makeup a lot, because if you forget something or you mess up, it's a little harder to fix when you don't have all of your tools with you. For shimmer, these are my options, and I really like this cool taupey one in the middle. So I think that's what I'm going to use. That is the middle shade, by the way. So I'm going to use that one and just dab that on the majority of the mobile lid, like pretty much all of it except right in the center there. And I'm just using my fingers because I usually use my fingers, but I also didn't bring a flat shader brush, which is a good one to use to put on makeup with. And then still have my little wipe here, so I'm going to clean off my fingers. And then I'm going to use my pinky finger and go in to this lighter shimmer up here and just put that right in the inner corner. I always feel so uncoordinated when I'm trying to do my left eye with my right hand. Fingers just don't want to bend that way. What do you think? I feel like I need to blend the top edge again, and I'm going to use that light ivory shade and that first brush I used, and just give that a blend. It felt a little harsh. Felt like there was too big of a step there. Okay, now, I think the best brush of the ones that I brought to do my eyebrows is going to be the tapered one. And I'm going to use this shade right here and just kind of get it on the tip and just draw in my eyebrows with that. I think it's going to work, I think it's going to work fine. I have to be a little careful, and I know it's not going to be too precise. And I don't have a spoolie or anything to brush my brows, so whatever happens with this brush is just going to have to be it. What do you think? I think it'll work. I don't think it's too dark. Now, I don't mind using eyeshadow to do my eyebrows, but I would prefer to have an angled liner brush to do this with, to be a little more precise. But you know, it's okay. You use what you have, and I think it's fine. I am going to use a little bit of the lighter shade on this side. I just feel like maybe I got them a little dark. So just kind of as a powder, tone it down just a little bit. I don't know if that made a difference or not, but I feel like it did. And I do have eyeliner. I have my Wet n Wild Simma Brown now, also in my Out the Door in 24. And it's definitely getting used up, but it's not going to be gone by the end of December. So I haven't decided quite what I'm going to do with it at the end. The idea of that project was that when you were done with the year, anything in the project that wasn't used up would be thrown away or decluttered. I don't know if I want to do that. I feel like that's kind of wasteful. So, and I really, really, really want the satisfaction of using this pencil all the way up. So I'm probably going to continue using it into 2025. And I have talked about perhaps reinstating my project Use Up the Dribs and Drabs. And so I may just toss it into that and see how long it takes me to use it up. So, all right, there is the tight lining with that. And the last thing I need to do is mascara. Didn't bring my eyelash curler. It's fine. I did bring the Maybelline Sky High. This is pretty good at separating and lifting my lashes and giving some good length and volume, so without getting clumpy. This Christmas tree kind of wand I find is good for that, for my eye shape. And I will probably edit and fast forward through this so you don't have to watch a whole, 2.5 minutes of me putting on mascara. Obviously, if you are a passenger in a moving vehicle and you are putting on mascara, be so, so, so careful. And the eyeliner too. Yeah, you don't want the mascara wand in your eye. In fact, I might recommend that you wait and hold off on the mascara until you get to your destination and stop and park and do it before you go in. Because I just don't think mascara in a moving vehicle is a good idea. So that's 2 layers of the Maybelline Sky High on both sides. And I think I have a couple of mascara dots. No, actually, I think I did pretty good. I didn't bring my 10x mirror, so anything that can't be seen in this, I'm assuming can't be seen by anybody else either. If I'm wrong, don't tell me. The only thing left to do is lips, and I am going to wipe off the lip gloss that I have on. I brought my favorite everyday nude lip combo. It is the Moira Signature Lip Pencil in Posh Pink. Again, in my Out the Door in 24, and it's almost gone. I think if I really focus on it, I might be able to use this up by the end of the year. We're going to try. The next one, I have the Flower Beauty Matte Lipstick in 020 Naked Blush. This is actually my second one of these. I did use one up completely. And then the Maybelline Lifter Gloss in Moon. Again, this is my second one of these. And I think it's already, well, no, I can't tell. Let's see. Yeah, it's already like here. So I've already almost half used up my second one of this. All right, here we go. Again, sorry I'm not looking at you, but I have to see my lips. Nope, that's not going to work. If you're traveling and you take a palette along with you, make sure it's one with a mirror. You never know if the hotel or the Airbnb or wherever you're staying is going to have a decent mirror in a room with decent lighting. You might have to like go set up by a window and get ready. And in that case, you're either going to want to have a travel mirror or make sure your palette has a mirror. Just a really nice My Lips But Better lip pencil. And lipstick. It's, for me, a nice pinky neutral nude. It's not like pink and it's not brown. And then the Moon lip gloss is just kind of a cooler tone, pink with some shimmer, and it smells amazing. It smells like vanilla, and I just really, really like it. Okay. And there we have it. I'm ready for the day, ready to head back home, and I thought this was a fun change of pace to a normal get ready with me. I did bring a setting spray, but I really don't think I want to use it in my car because I don't want to get it all over everything. So I'm just not going to do a setting spray today. And there you have my everyday, affordable, neutral makeup look that I completed in my car. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments. And just for fun, what is the strangest or most difficult place you've ever had to do your makeup? I think that'll be a fun conversation. I hope you all have a beautiful, blessed day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.